Hey guys, Jeff with JTS here, and one common question I get from a lot of my running clients, a lot of people that do a lot of outdoor activities, hiking, biking, all that sort of stuff, is shin splints. And now, they're very common and they're painful as hell, and I get them sometimes, so I'm going to show you a quick, easy way to kind of reduce that stress and strain on the shins, and how to relieve some pressure in that frontal shin area, okay? All I'm gonna do, use a foam roller. It's pretty damn simple here, and it's painful, but it's good. So basically, we're just gonna try and release the shin muscles. We're gonna use the ankle a little bit too, but all I'm gonna do here, start a little bit below my knee, go into a half kneeling position. Depending on how much pressure you can take, you can go into this slight lunge position here, or overlap the shins. Now, this is probably gonna be the hardest part because it's painful as hell with this much load. So I'll usually start here. I'm gonna turn my leg just slightly, so it's at a slight angle, so I'm using more of the muscle side, so kind of the outer side of my shin, instead of that bone side. From there, I'm just gonna do some light rolling up and down to kind of relieve the tack of the muscle and relieve some pressure initially. I'll even go down to my ankle so I can kind of get a little bit of, turn to the side, get just a little bit of ankle mobility down there too. From here, I'm just gonna find some spots that really trigger up. So if you guys have ever done foam rolling before, usually you wanna release or open up the surfaces of the muscle. So that's that initial gliding and rolling that I did before I just start tacking down on it. From there, I'll start again at the top of the shin, because if I start at the bottom, I'm actually working up towards the beginning of the muscle instead of out and away from the muscle tissue. Okay. From here, just gonna find something that's a little bit painful or feels like a bruise. Just gonna keep some pressure on there for about 3 to 10 seconds. This one's pretty good at the moment, actually. So I'm just gonna stay here for a little bit until the pain releases. From there, I'm just gonna release up and down, and then continue to work myself down the shin, okay? From there, another one that I really like is just kind of doing the calves as well. Even though the calves are not really going to be the pain portion, releasing the whole lower body is going to be very helpful. The other thing I really like to do when I have shin issues is just kind of work on releasing my ankles, because most likely if I've been doing a lot of running, I've had a lot of compression in that joint, and it's going to be kind of bundled up and compressed. So I'll usually try and put my, turn to the side here for you guys. I usually try and put my thumb right above the top of my shoe here. From there, I'll kind of wrap my hand around my ankle, put a little bit of pressure there, and just start doing some ankle mobility, okay? And that will release and uncompress my ankle. So you might even start hearing some popping, some clicking. From there, I might even give it a little bit of pressure and a pull up and down. I usually just start with the thumb drill though, and work some ABCs. So if you know the ABCs, you just do ABCs with your foot drill. This is also something you guys can do just during the day throughout. Now, one other thing, as I'm kind of sitting here, if it really hurts to load up the shin during the foam rolling portion, you guys can start just lightly here, self-rolling that foam roller up and down your shin, which will help release it a little bit. And then as you get more comfortable and the pain releases, you guys can start loading it a little bit more. So some other ideas and tricks that I do use, I might use a barbell, because it's a little heavier. It'll weigh down on my shins better. It's also a little bit firmer of a material, so it's a little bit more painful initially. That helps a lot. All right, guys, so if you have shin splints, pain in your shins, or just do a lot of running, those are actually 2 drills or 2 techniques that you guys can do to release that muscle tissue in the shin, as well as release the ankle to release some pressure and strain and pain. All right, take care.